Welcome to Tuesday, the 21st day of June, 2022. Your Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Cowboy State Daily has more original Wyoming news content than any other news organization in the state. Cowboy State Daily. Sign up for their daily newsletter and check them out on their Facebook page. This is what it looked like just after 11 a.m. yesterday on Interstate 80 near Evanston, Wyoming. That is right. That is snow that you're seeing falling. Boy, talk about a spring of late season snow, and talk about snow here just pushing the boundaries to the first day of summer. Today is the first day of summer. Came in about 3:15 a.m. Mountain Time. And here we are, have snow falling. And also, a lot of folks had to endure this yesterday. Strong winds yesterday that were very persistent in this area. Just a spring of incessant wind. I know everyone's tired of it, and this is a meme that I think sums it up in terms of having to deal with these wind events. And here we are in the third week of June where we really don't see a lot of wind events. They usually start to fade away this time of year, but boy, they just keep coming. But we are going to have a nice day today, much less wind. It's also going to be very pleasantly warm. This is not going to be a hot first day of summer. We are going to warm up, though. Then another cool front comes this weekend. So the winds ease, comfortable temperatures, a nice warm up coming as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then this cool front will drop temperatures back to below average this weekend. So the first full weekend of official summer is not going to be hot at all in this area. Subtropical moisture plume is going to continue to be down into Arizona, New Mexico, the Four Corners area, maybe getting up into southern Colorado as well, bringing more showers and thunderstorms. Now, that plume of moisture will expand more northward as we get to the end of the week and the weekend, and that will bring thunderstorms and showers further north. Today's chart shows the high pressure ridge is centered in the nation's midsection, and here's the cold front in the trough that brought the snow, the rain, and the wind and the unseasonably cooler weather to the northern and central Rockies over the last couple of days. But the clockwise flow around the high starts to warm us up as we get to the end of the week. Subtropical moisture, though, will continue to come up in that clockwise flow around the high. Now, this is by Friday. The high weakens a little bit, settles a little bit more to the southwest, but notice southwest winds aloft coming on in. So this warms us up. But look at this. This is that next cold front. This Gulf of Alaska region, folks, and I'll talk about this here in a moment, just continues to be the birthplace for these troughs and these fronts. Now, usually, as you get into early summer, they're still up there, but they don't tend to want to come into the United States because the jet stream usually by then is further north. But boy, not this spring. So here is the warm-up coming for Thursday and Friday and for Wednesday. Here is the cool front that's going to come in, bringing cooler temperatures for the weekend. Now, over the last few days, we've had a lot of heat get extended up into the northern plain states, and this is where the heat's going to be. This is for Friday. So for Friday, the warmest temperatures relative to average will be in this area right here. But look at the cool in the west. It's cool in the northeast. It's the nation's midsection as the clockwise circulation around the high pumps in the heat, but the counterclockwise spin around these lows also draw up the heat and push it northward. As we get into Saturday, we have another front and a trough coming on through. This sends cooler air in from the northwest, so temperatures are going to drop over the weekend, while the heat stays in the southern plains and the southeastern areas of the United States. And look back up in the Gulf of Alaska. There's another one right there. Look at these temperatures by Saturday afternoon relative to the 30-year average. So if you were a little hot in the Dakotas and the upper Midwest this past weekend, you're going to be the opposite this weekend as cooler air settles on in with that front and trough coming on through. So that's going to delay the onset of a stable summer pattern here for a little bit longer. Now, by Wednesday of next week, we have another low entering the Pacific Northwest out of the Gulf of Alaska. Look at this. They just keep coming until we stop seeing this wave train of Gulf of Alaska lows coming into the Pacific Northwest, then across the northern Rockies. This is one reason it's been so windy this spring. These systems keep coming and they keep taking a track that's more to the north. So what ends up happening is Wyoming and Colorado and this part of the region right here is on the windy side of these storms, and they just keep showing up. So here we are now officially in the summer, but they keep coming. So what this will do is this will occasionally beat down the central United States hot high pressure ridge. So basically we're going to have these warm-ups, then we're going to have these cool downs probably at least for another couple of weeks. If you were to look at the temperatures over the last week, colder than average temperatures here, and in the east, it's the nation's midsection that has had the very warm temperatures. Now, another reason for the wind is when you get a contrast between the colder and the warm here, that leads to more pressure gradients and that leads to more wind. So the culprit for the wind here recently is the same reason why it was very windy through the early part of spring season. And this is how the month of June has gone so far. For the month of June, a large part of the nation has had above average temperatures, but the northeast and the northwestern areas of the United States have been colder than average for the month of June so far. So it's still a bit of a battle. And the reason, La Nina. La Nina continues to play a really big role. We're seeing some weakening of La Nina right here, but we normally do during the summer solstice as the sun angle on these waters is warming things up. But really, a big culprit is right here. You see these colder sea surface temperatures west of Washington and British Columbia? They're interfacing with these warmer sea surface temperatures right here. So this makes this area very conducive. It creates an environment to keep these frontal systems and these storm systems that just kind of keep churning out, even though we're now into an early summer season. So we're still fighting it. This is basically an extension of spring into early summer. Now let's talk about precipitation. The dry air mass that came in by the front is showing up right here. See all the brown? So the air here is really dry, but the blue right here will keep showers and thunderstorms going across Arizona, New Mexico, southeastern Colorado into Kansas, even parts of California and the Sierra Nevada later on. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms. So the air mass is going to dry out. This will keep thunderstorm activity low today and probably for Wednesday for most of you, except in those blue and green areas. But by Thursday, notice a more northern stretch of that subtropical moisture, and even some of this getting back into the Sierras of California and the deserts of California. So this is going to produce showers and thunderstorms in this arch right here by Thursday, and that moisture expands northward by Friday. So this will get showers and thunderstorms going more northward as it gets a little bit more warm. If you were to look at the forecast for precipitation through Monday morning, here's that arch of subtropical moisture. This is where that line I just drew is where the heaviest and best chance of rain and thunderstorm activity will be. But notice some expansion westward and northward of the subtropical air later this week and into the weekend will bring showers and thunderstorms a little bit further to the north. The latest drought monitor, this came out last Thursday. Notice North Dakota now is out of the drought completely, but also to focus a little bit closer to home, we still have this patch of severe dryness in north central Montana. Of course, we all know what's happened in southern Montana here lately. But if we were to focus in a little bit closer, there are some patches of Wyoming now not considered to be in drought status. Up here near Yellowstone Park, the far northeast corner of the state in Campbell and Crook counties, and parts in Natrona and Fremont County are actually out of drought status at the moment. So that's good news, but we still got a long way to go in other areas. And one area where the drought is getting worse is in the I-80 corridor, where it just can't seem to rain much in the southern and southeast counties of Wyoming, while it's been raining up here and it's been raining down here. The middle here, the I-80 corridor has been kind of missing on out. Hopefully that subtropical moisture expanding northward will help things along. Have yourself a good Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.